Hi everybody, welcome back to another Stoneforge gaming video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Dwarf Berserkers regiment from Avatars of War and their Warthrone arena game. This box contains 20, the pieces to create 20 Dwarf Berserkers. You can see that the paint jobs on the dwarfs here are absolutely freaking amazing. The non-metallic metals that they're doing there are really cool looking, and I really like that big giant standard that the guy is holding up. That's very cool. On the back here, we've got some cool looking art for the box. Nothing really to write home about. It's pretty cool nonetheless. Inside of the box, you can see here that we have a package of 20 bases. These are very similar to the ones that I think they're the exact same ones that you get in the Rangers box that has little design in there in the middle to where you can put a magnet in the base, which is really cool if you ask me. And just kind of a neat little invention of theirs, I would imagine. It might be some other company, who knows, and they just kind of stole it. These are plastic models. As you can see, they are on the sprue here. I believe you get 5 sprues. 4 of them are basically standard, and then there's one for the champion, stuff like that. These are all right hand weapons. You can see they're very meaty, very cool. They've got cool runic designs on them. You've got the double-handed axe version and the little ponytail there. A couple versions of the legs. They've got mostly loincloths and bits of metal here and there. A cool looking little dead orc head chopped off. You've got a couple of the torsos. The torsos are really cool because they have a lot of scarring on them and stuff like that. Very berserker like. You've got a couple of the heads, which are pretty cool. You got the one guy who's got the sort of long mustache there. A lot of different types of beards and arms that you can put on here, as well as a lot of different types of mohawks, which I find really cool for those of you who are a fan of slayers. You've got little bits like the little dragon skull there. I think that's supposed to be for like a beard clip. I like the mug too, because you can either put it in one of the hands or you can put it on the base or something. Man, this little middle finger, it just gives so much character to these berserkers. They don't give a crap about nothing, and it's just awesome. A couple more leggings here. These ones are really cool because they got very cool looking. You could even probably convert these up into, like, if you wanted to do chaos dwarves or something like that, be very cool looking leggings for them. Little dwarfy sort of medallions. I like the spiky hair as a different sort of thing for the mohawks. And these are a couple of different left-hand weapons. You've got some different variants there to use as you see fit. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different options. You can, I mean, pretty much never make the same guy twice. This one is exactly the same, and then this is the basically this one is actually the same thing, but it's this is from the back angle. And it just kind of shows you how they get put together. The heads there are on a sort of cavity that you place on the torso, and then the bottom half of the bodies are flat, so you can just glue them together in a bunch of different angles. This is the standard bearer, musician, and champion. Comes with this cool standard bearer of this like stone dwarf holding these 2 dragon heads, which is pretty cool. I just dig the way that looks. You've got the musician, and actually looks like the horn that he's using actually has blades on it to where it could be used as a weapon all by itself, which is kind of awesome if you ask me. You just glue that on, and then once something gets close, you just bash it to death with it. It's got a cool book for the standard bearer, basically, that you can attach that as well. I do like this one. It's a chopped off giant's head. I'm not sure if you would use it to hold or what. And then there's this cloak that you could probably use for your champion. I'm not sure that I would. That is the stone mohawk that goes on the standard bearer there, and then the little comb. It's just kind of a neat little detail. But these two are, again, 2 more exactly the same. Now, this is a fully painted version of one of these guys. I couldn't help myself. I was gonna not really I was going to not do this, and then I just kind of lost it and just wanted to paint one of these guys up because they're so freaking cool, and who doesn't love Slayers? I painted them up in sort of a similar, I guess it's not really a non-metallic, but it's a similar sort of paint scheme with their very shiny, very glossy, but a lot of blood effects and things like that on the weapons. Almost non-metallic mixed with a little bit of metallic. It's more of a blending process, which I think turned out really well, and I think I'm going to go this way for all of these guys. I painted a little eye patch on there. Go Trek fans, yeah, I kind of just went a little nuts there. Really, it came from me screwing up his left eyeball, so I just wanted to cover it. I painted all these sort of these tattoos on here freehand, just kind of want with some sort of tribal, I don't know, twisted designs and things like that. The skin tones I painted, if you're curious, I painted them the same way that I did for my how to paint orcs skin tones video. I did the same exact thing. I just instead of green, I painted them as regular flesh. The jewels there, I actually used the same. I used the Citadel Spirit Stone, which I did a product review on a little while ago, and I just used those on there, and they turn out really well. And then I did some, just some little bit of layering on the cloth there to kind of make that just look a little more. It's still reddish because my dwarf army has a lot of reds in it, but it still looks very dull red, which is cool in contrast to the gems there, and then the blood on the weapons. The golds there, I did some different, basically the same thing I did on the regular metallics, except for I did a little bit less of the highlighting. I wanted it to make it look like a sort of dull gold. And the chopped off head there actually has a bunch of blood on it on the base, which is, I think, pretty cool at the end of it. So I want to thank you all for watching another Stoneforge Gaming video, and I'll be back soon with another one.